Ah yes, TikTok. Some love it while others want it to burn to the ground, like the entirety of Reddit for some reason. They absolutely hate the app. I, however, think that short videos are a great way of entertainment and procrastination. Sometimes we spend a little too much time on the app, and I'm sure you do too if you are here watching this video. Or you're just morbidly curious. Anyways, if we dive deeper into the content of TikTok, past the comedy skits and the dance videos, we may find ourselves in rather deep water. Today I will bring you guys a side of TikTok that not many people have seen, a side which TikTok themselves wish that people could forget. This is the dark side of TikTok. We can all agree that some challenges are the most stupid things in the world, right? Remember the cinnamon challenge that was popular a few years back? We laughed when seeing people choke on the powder, but we never thought or even knew of the consequences. The cinnamon powder is actually able to coat the walls of your throat, causing the victims to suffocate. At worst, it will result in a collapsed lung. This had resulted in one 4-year-old child dying after eating a spoonful of cinnamon, which prompted social media to bring awareness to the topic and putting a stop to the challenge. But this was not the only challenge that may cause the victim physical damage and the risk of death. The blackout challenge is one of these. It involves people, mostly children, getting themselves to blackout by holding their breath for as long as they can. I think it's time to call Charles Darwin because we are evolving, just backwards. A few variations of the game can be traced back in time before social media, and as you may have heard, the fainting game or the choking game during recess or lunch breaks. This isn't the choking game I know of, if you know what I mean. Anyways, from the year 1995 to 2007, there has been at least 82 children who died after playing this game. As it turns out, social media is a great place for this content to spread, and many children have attempted this danger challenge for fame. Another potentially dangerous trend is the penny challenge. This usually involves a charger head of any kind, an outlet, and a penny. The requirement is for the victim to partially plug the charger head into an outlet, so that a little part of the middle prong is exposed. Then you must drop the penny so that it touches the exposed prong, and watch the fun begin, and by fun I mean disaster. As the penny touches the exposed metal bits, it will instantly result sparks flying everywhere and causing damage to the electrical hardware of the building. In worst cases, it will be the start of a fire. There have been many reports of several industrial buildings and schools catching fire, and the police department have since put out a warning to deter people away from the challenge. The list goes on and on. Milk crate challenge, where people build high towers of milk using milk crates and walk across them. The danger is obviously when you fall, you could potentially break your neck. Throw it in the air challenge, where people gather in a small circle and throw something in the air. People record to see who gets hit. Wouldn't it be surprising if they threw a dumbbell? Tooth filing challenge, where people use a file to grind down their tooth. And another extremely dangerous challenge that led to several deaths, the skull breaker challenge. This is when two people standing side by side, a third individual kicks their legs as they jump, resulting in them falling to the ground headfirst. I don't understand anymore. What's next? A Russian roulette challenge? Definitely takes you back to the 1800s in Soviet Union, but seriously, do not attempt these challenges. You have been warned. TikTok usually has a good track record of getting sensitive content off the platform. You probably wouldn't see somebody blow their head off while enjoying your morning coffee, right? Right? Wrong. Several now infamous videos actually got through which contained uncensored footage of live suicide and death. The first was posted on YouTube in late 2019, which is simply titled 1444. In this video, we see a Russian man sitting on the couch of what is presumed to be his home. It all seems to be good. He was a Russian man doing Russian things, until he pulls out some sort of assault rifle and proceeds to shoot himself in the head. He was an 18-year-old man named Gleb, and this was the original clip from VK, a popular Russian live streaming platform. It is not known what his motive behind his action, but some say he was depressed. The video was then later uploaded onto YouTube, where it gained over 150,000 views in less than 3 days, and only stopped when YouTube took it down. But it wasn't the end of the spread. The topic of video 1444 was discussed all over social media, especially TikTok. It became a subject of Don't Google, which led to many people Googling it and seeing the video. So I kinda lied. This video did not actually get posted onto TikTok, and people certainly did not stumble on it randomly, but the next one certainly did. In late September in 2020, users of TikTok were shown this video. The man talks to his camera before aiming a rifle underneath the chin and pulling the trigger. The video was posted so many times by different accounts that it was recommended every other video by the system. People were obviously traumatized, especially young children who never experienced anything related to death. The origin of the video came from a Facebook livestream by the 33-year-old veteran Ronnie McNutt. He suffered from PTSD due to his services in Iraq and recently broken up with his girlfriend. He would often stream on Facebook, talking to his friends and passerbys as a way of therapy, but on the day of August 31st, 2020, things took a turn for the worse. His own mother was one of the viewers who saw the whole thing as it was happening. The VOD of the livestream was up for hours before Facebook took it down, and people downloaded it, spreading it to other social media platforms, like TikTok. Even to TikTok's best efforts, not every version of the video was taken down immediately. Some were edited so that it seemed that harmless at first, and then it cuts to the gruesome event happening. This is also the case with the video posted by the user MaYing03 in mid-2021. It starts off with a girl dancing, but quickly transitioned to a gruesome video of a girl getting beheaded. There is no information behind the origin of this video, and maybe just an account fishing for publicity. TikTok has since enforced its policy on community guidelines so that people will not easily stumble upon these randomly. Now comes the final piece of the puzzle, the most morbid part of all TikTok. The 14-year-old Claire Miller posted onto TikTok of herself lip-syncing to popular songs. On February 22, 2021, she stabbed her disabled sister to death. There was no direct motive as she seemed friendly to her sister before the incident, but people speculated that it was out of jealousy, because her sister was a disabled person and she was getting too much attention from her family and friends. Upon committing the act, she called 911 and surrendered herself immediately to the police. Once her story got out, her TikTok account blew up before finally getting terminated. The 18-year-old Zachary Latham was ambitious to become famous. This all started with an altercation between Zachary and his neighbor. The incident was recorded by Zachary and posted onto TikTok, where he received millions of views. In the comments section, many people encouraged him to go even further and to teach her a lesson. A couple months later, on May 4th, 2021, a second confrontation occurred, which resulted in Zachary stabbing his neighbor to death. Some say he did this for fame on TikTok, as he did record the whole incident. His neighbor, William, died to blood loss, and Zachary was arrested shortly after. Nicola Priest was a mother who really didn't deserve the title. On August 9th, 2020, she beat her 3-year-old to death after the infant had apparently disrupted her during sex. Weeks after the incident, Nicola would post to TikTok old videos remembering her baby and captioning, "Rip my baby," and she would never forget about her darling angel. She was arrested shortly after and charged of manslaughter. Ali Abulaban was an impersonator of the famous fictional character Scarface. He had amassed quite the following on TikTok. He was originally having marital issues, but on October 21st, 2021, he came to his wife's home after hearing that she was with another man, which prompted him to shoot and kill the two people. Aside from killers, pedophiles are another problem that TikTok users face. Before TikTok implemented their own age limit of being at least 13 to post content, many children were the victim of harassment in their private messages. Granted, there are many so-called predator hunters out there who tries to expose these people, but their number seems way too many, and with the anonymous persona that anyone can obtain online, the issue is honestly impossible to solve. This led to the entire nation of India banning the whole app in the first place, stating that it encouraged sexually explicit content and underage grooming. We are only best off teaching safe internet protocols so that our youth may have a keen eye to threat. This has been the dark side of TikTok. Let me know of your own stories, and thank you for watching. Stay safe while on the internet.